好，欢迎收看Ita看世界，一起看世界，我是拉瑙。这个月份的国际情势是格外的动荡不安，不过巴西却是传出好消息。眼看原住民族对传统领域的主张权利逐渐被限缩，最高法院的违宪判决替族人守住最后一道防线。节目的一开始，先带大家从部落看世界。 巴西原住民族传统领域近年来受到大型农业的威胁，在农业公司的主导下，今年国会甚至提出法案，要将族人对传统领域的土地权限缩在1988年的定居范围。这也代表20世纪中独裁时期被驱离家园的族人，土地权永远不会有恢复的一天。 幸好巴西最高法院在9月底达成判决，这样的限制违反宪法对原住民族的保障，而这对族人来说是一场重要的胜利。
巴西首都的街道上，原住民族人狂欢庆祝，甚至有人喜极而泣，因为巴西最高法院9月21日宣判，巴西国会提出限缩原住民传统领域主张权利的法案，已经违反宪法对原住民族的保障，代表原住民土地权的胜利。
Conseguimos superar de uma vez por todas a tese do marco temporal. O Supremo reconheceu o direito originário dos povos indígenas, algo que nós já víamos há anos, dizendo que os povos indígenas são os verdadeiros donos dessa terra.
巴西国会今年提出一项法案，如果通过，将会把原住民主张传统领域的权利限制在1988年族人定居的范围。但是许多族人指出，有许多原住民是在20世纪中叶军政府独裁时期被驱离他们的家园。如果这样的法律限制通过，当初被夺走的土地权就再也不会有恢复的一天。而在气候变迁与生态流失成为重大议题的今天，族人也强调，原住民族的土地管理方式 可以帮助减缓这些环境问题。
E a gente está feliz, a gente chora, a gente se emociona, porque a gente sabe que é só com o território demarcado, só com o território indígena protegido que a gente vai conseguir impedir as mudanças climáticas de acontecer e proteger os biomas, porque nós somos responsáveis por a proteção dos biomas.
虽然巴西总统卢拉上任以来对原住民传统领域的划设保持较友善的态度，但巴西的大型农业企业仍然持续以开发名义侵蚀原住民的土地，破坏重要的生态系。这次国会提出限缩土地权的法案，也是由这些企业主导。这次最高法院的判决对原住民族人来说是一场重要的胜利。记者陈中欢、花家新编译。
为了寻求更好的生活，非洲移民铤而走险，搭着小船渡海到欧洲的议题，依旧是国际关注的焦点。天主教教宗方济各在9月底出访法国时，就特别公开为移民发声，呼吁欧洲正视移民船难的悲剧，不再互踢皮球，并联合制定更好的对策来接纳来自非洲的移民。
教宗方济各9月底出访法国，来到地中海上的海港城市马赛。在当地的公开演讲中，教宗呼吁欧洲国家不能无视非洲移民强行渡海来到欧洲，面临船难等生命危险的悲剧。
Non abituamoci a considerare i naufragi come fatti di cronaca e i morti in mare come cifre. No. Sono nomi e cognomi, sono volti e storie, sono vite spezzate e sogni infranti. E penso a tanti fratelli e sorelle annegati nella paura, insieme alle speranze che portavano nel cuore.
今年年多以来，随着 COVID-19 疫情减缓，又有越来越多来自非洲的移民乘着小船横越地中海，希望进入欧盟争取更好的生活。意大利的小岛拉佩杜萨，今年夏天1个星期内就有1万名移民涌入，但是接纳移民的人数与投入的资源，现在却成为欧洲各国互踢皮球的议题。因此，教宗也表示，欧洲各国必须有一个共同的对策，不能对移民关上大门。教宗在马赛演说的听众有不少也是来自非洲的移民，听到教宗为移民发声，都相当感动。
Pour moi, l'important, c'était surtout que le pape délivre du coup un message pour tous les migrants. Et ce message, vraiment, ça m'a fortement touché les cœurs, vu que moi aussi, je suis un migrant. Pour tous les autres migrants qui sont morts là dans la mer, vraiment, ça m'a touché. Et vraiment, je suis très content déjà qu'il ait pu livrer ce message. Et j'espère que les gens vont vraiment comprendre tout cela.
虽然教宗在世俗政治中没有实质的权利，但他在反移民情绪高涨的现在，登高一呼，希望欧洲接纳移民。对于关注移民人权的人们来说，仍然感到相当振奋。记者陈忠欢、花家新编译。
受到关注的还有今年的诺贝尔和平奖，得主是伊朗的女性人权运动者穆罕默迪。她在过去30年为伊朗女性的人权奋斗，也因此遭到逮捕判刑，目前仍然在狱中。伊朗在去年9月就曾经爆发大规模群众运动，要求松绑对女性的严格法律限制。社会运动者希望今年奖项的颁发可以为伊朗的公民社会注入一剂强心针。
诺贝尔委员会10月6日宣布，2023年诺贝尔和平奖将颁发给伊朗女性人权运动者 Narges Mohammadi。穆罕默迪已经为伊朗女性人权奋斗达30年，2016年遭到逮捕判刑，目前仍然在狱中。
San, Zendegi, Azadi. Women, life, freedom. The Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to award the Nobel Peace Prize for 2023 to Narges Mohammadi for her fight against the oppression of women in Iran and her fight to promote human rights and freedom for all.
去年9月，伊朗女性玛莎阿米尼因为外出时穿着不符合伊朗道德法律，遭到宗教警察逮捕，在警方拘留时不明原因死亡，引发长达数个月女性为主的群众抗议，一度让外界燃起希望，认为伊朗政府可能松绑对女性的限制。但1年过后，伊朗国会反而通过法案，加重女性穿着相关法律的罚则。穆罕默迪在社运界的盟友，同样也是诺贝尔奖得主的徐云伊巴蒂表示，今年的奖项颁发给穆罕默迪，让伊朗女性知道她们并不孤单。
این جایزه که به نرگس داده شد به زنان ایران پیام میده که ما متوجه فعالیت‌ها و اعتراضات زنان ایران هستیم و تقدیر میکنیم، احترام میذاریم به شجاعت زنان که در خیابان‌ها با مامورین حکومتی می‌جنگند. این جایزه احترام است به مهسا که در خیابان کشته شد، احترام است به نیکا و سایر دختران جوانی که در خیابان کشته شدند.
伊朗官方表示，诺贝尔委员会今年的决定是欧洲政府插手伊朗事务，将奖项政治化。不过，穆罕默迪的家人也表示，希望这个奖项能给伊朗公民社会一剂强心针，让他的理想能够实现。
I hope one day to be able to tell you that execution have stopped in Iran and that women in my country have got their rights and that we have a better human rights situation in Iran.
记者陈忠欢、花家新编译。
继续来关注女权。索马利亚是全世界担任新闻工作最危险的国家之一，同时女性的权益也往往遭到忽视与压迫。在这样的氛围下，有一家全女性的新闻媒体创立，针对女性相关议题制作专题报道，在社群媒体上引发广大回响。
从采访、播报到编辑，全部由女性担任。东非索马利亚的 Bilan 是全国唯一一家全女性媒体，除了给予女性新闻从业人员更多机会外，也能展现与一般媒体不同的观点。例如，一篇与女性月经遭到污名化相关的报道，在社群媒体上造成极大回响，观看数超过10万。 Bilan 的新闻主编表示，希望能够补足家庭与学校教育的不足，让索马利亚女孩不再为自己的身体感到羞耻。
aan imaano mawduucan aan maaragtay maanta focus gareynayna waxaan u doorana waxay tahay bulshada Soomaaliyeed waa naqaanaa dhammaanteen waxa waa bulsho waxyaabaha gabdhaha ku saabsan ay ka yihiin ceeb oo aan laga sheegin hadday noqoto calaamadaha qaangaarka oo dhiga caadada markii gabadha helayso looma tarbiyeeyo looma sii sheego looguma dhigo wax caadi ah oo calaamad dumarnimo muujinaysa inay tahay in maaragta haddii ay la kulanto inaysan ku noqon wax la yaab ah inaysan cabsi dareemin inaysan maaragta gabadha dayacmin looma sii sheego iskuulaadkana laguma dhigo hooyooyinkana fursadaas ma siiyaan gabdhaha ay ku tarbiyeeyaan
索马利亚是全球担任新闻工作最危险的国家之一。根据无国界记者组织统计，2010年以来已经有超过50名记者遇害身亡。在这样的新闻环境中，还坚持为社会弱势的女性发声，需要相当大的勇气。索马利亚的女性运动者也表示，像 Bilan 这样的媒体，对于促成社会的改变极为重要。
People like Bilan, people like me, people like other women. Who are really active in the community and who want to make a difference. Those are the people who are making really impact the community to understand and people to know such things because, you know, women's period is not something it comes first priority for the government because we don't even have one single legislation of women's rights.
除了月经议题之外 ，Bilan 也制播女性毒瘾者以及女性 HIV 患者等相关专题报道。主编表示会持续制作这样的内容，让社会大众习惯讨论这些重要的议题。记者陈忠欢、花嘉欣编译。
触目惊心的战争画面令人看了相当沉重。巴勒斯坦武装组织哈马斯10月7日对以色列发起突袭，不但发射数千枚火箭炮，还俘虏平民作为人质，许多受害者至今死生未卜。为此，以色列总理宣布进入战争状态，双方战火不断升高，也造成平民的苦难。 而千头万绪的历史因素造成难解的以巴冲突，现在和平解决的希望似乎更加渺茫。
巴勒斯坦武装组织哈马斯10月7日对以色列发起突袭，不但发射数千枚火箭炮攻击以色列军民设施，更有哈马斯武装人员潜入以色列发动攻击，绑架平民作为人质，造成伤亡人数难以估算。许多以色列民众仍然焦急等待失踪亲友的消息。
Terrorized. It's. I don't think everyone ever has felt such terror. And such helplessness when you're taken away from your boyfriend, from your loved ones to some place unknown with terrorists, and I can't imagine what she's going through right now, traveling with those terrorists in Gaza, waiting for someone to send help.
这是1973年赎罪日战争以来，以色列国土遭到最严重的一次攻击。总理内塔尼亚胡宣布全国进入战争状态。以色列空军更以扫荡哈马斯为理由，针对哈马斯控制的加萨走廊展开无差别轰炸，也造成大量巴勒斯坦平民丧生，许多房屋遭到摧毁。
شردنا من الدار هنا ضربوا هاي دارنا شردنا وين تروح بضرب لا بيعرفوا بني ادمين ولا بيعرفوا احجار ولا بيعرفوا محلات في الدار هجينا من شرق من عندهم حلاوه هجينا هنا قعدنا هنا ضربوا هنا نطلع غاد على المدارس ضربوا عند المدارس ايش يسوي ايش بدهم منا ايش بدهم منا احنا
冲突双方平民所遭受到的苦难放纵全球，但各地的反应也有不小差距。大多西方国家领导人第一时间声援以色列，但伊斯兰教国家普遍认为，以色列近来严密封锁加萨走廊，肆意断绝许多物资与水电供应，让加萨走廊被人权观察组织形容为露天监狱，将巴勒斯坦人逼到绝境，才有今天的后果。流亡海外的巴勒斯坦人也表示，问题终究是以色列必须停止占领加萨走廊与西岸地区，让巴勒斯坦人返回家园。
We want the right to return. A lot of these, innocent civilians in Israel are considered as innocent, but however they are settler, colonialists. This is not an equal war. There are people who occupy Gaza and the people in the West Bank. We're here because the next generation needs to understand that we will have a home to return to one day.
目前，哈马斯与以色列双方战火仍然没有停歇，平民死伤也持续攀升中。而更令人忧心的是，邻近的黎巴嫩与叙利亚武装组织也蠢蠢欲动，是否会升高成整个中东的区域冲突，十分值得关注。记者陈忠宽、林柏宏编译。
响应每年国际远离药瘾日，加拿大埃伯塔省马斯瓜奇社区发起反毒游行，鼓励有药瘾的族人寻求专业协助。欢迎回到义大节目现场。先前曾为观众报道，今年台湾受邀赴夏威夷参加50周年皇后杯支架大洋洲比赛。而在这趟文化航行当中，重点不只在于参赛，更多是学习夏威夷原住民与海洋、土地的相处之道，并谱出台湾复振航海文化的未来蓝图。今年9月，台湾组队赴夏威夷参加50周年皇后杯支架大洋洲比赛。赛前训练期间，夏威夷海洋科学家 Hoku 特别与团队分享天文航海知识，并带领团员透过观测海况、吟唱传统歌谣和编织勒以花环等，学习夏威夷原住民与海洋、土地的共存模式。
Oftentimes, we see the ocean as a space that divides us, but from an indigenous perspective and a people of the Pacific, it's what connects us.
坚守与夏威夷国宝级大师 Kimokeo Kapahulehua 的承诺，南岛台东队横跨太平洋，踏上夏威夷这片土地，在互动交流的过程中，也唤醒协议里对海洋的集体记忆。
这是一种承诺，就是。不管是你的内心，对 Uncle K， 对这里的人，这是一种连结。那这个连结是我们在船上的连结，台湾原住民的连结，跟这里关系的连结。
台湾南岛支架大洋洲协会创办人，同时也是这一次交流的核心人物 Yvonne 分享自己对于复振台湾海洋文化的未来蓝图。
我觉得我们自己的人认识我们自己的海洋、自己的海岸线，划我们自己做的船，我觉得会是很好的一件事情。而且，也许以后我们也会有一个这样子的规模，让国际的人来到南岛原乡来划船。
来自不同族群和专业领域的南岛台东队成员担任先锋，勇敢划出自己的海。期许将所见所闻带回台湾，引领更多人航向南岛世界。原视新闻拉瑙古六斯夏威夷采访报道。接着我们来到北美洲， 药物成瘾在原住民族地区是相当棘手的问题，因此加拿大马斯瓜奇社区是自主发起反毒游行，来纪念那些因为药物成瘾而失去生命的亲友，也鼓励族人朋友寻求专业的协助。透过世界原住民族广电联盟成员 APCN 的报道，一起来关心。响应1年1度的国际远离药瘾日，加拿大艾伯塔省马斯瓜奇社区自主发起反毒游行，试图唤起原住民族人对药物滥用的危机意识。
We felt that having a walk, making a stand, against the drug abuse that we have in Musqueam, because it's a crisis, and we don't want to lose any more of our youth.
发起游行的是该社区4个部族的女性长者，她们表示，疫情爆发以来，许多族人因服药过量、自杀和他杀等非自然因素死亡，他们必须采取行动。
We had 3 young ladies, 3 moms, that passed away within 2 weeks, and now this morning I just heard that there's a 4th that's on life support. And it's really disheartening.
Drugs are taking too many of our parents, leaving too many children orphaned, and it's also a pandemic because kids are getting into drugs younger and younger, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to stop.
类鸦片药物是夺走族人生命的主要凶手。近年更出现把芬坦尼和动物镇静剂甲苯赛嗪混合使用的新兴毒品，使得危害大幅升级。
We need our grandmothers educated. We need our mothers educated, to understand what this drug is all about and what it's doing to our people.
社区凝聚起来，为反毒而走，鼓励受药物成瘾所苦的族人朋友寻求专业协助，也希望有更多人力和资源投入这场长期抗战。记者拉瑙、林柏宏编译。继续来关注加拿大 APCN 的消息。现在越来越多人透过网络平台获取新闻资讯，而这些平台成为新闻媒体和阅听者的媒介，并从中获取巨大利益。而今年6月，加拿大通过线上新闻法，要求科技公司为使用新闻内容向媒体机构付费。消息一出，遭到2大网络巨头 Meta 和 Google 抵制，宣布全面封锁社群平台的新闻内容，引发热烈讨论。加拿大6月份通过线上新闻法，要求科技公司必须为使用新闻内容向媒体机构付费。消息一出，遭到2大网络巨头 Meta 和 Google 抵制，宣布终止加拿大用户浏览新闻内容的权限，引发热烈讨论。
43% of our audience can't access our stories because of the Online News Act and Meta's response on Instagram and Facebook. So it's really scary, compounding the silencing of our newsroom in a lot of ways with all of the fires, and we can't get our stories to our audience. And
社群平台全面封锁新闻内容，直接威胁到加拿大独立媒体的生存，包括在地的原住民族媒体。
My aunties, cousins, neighbors on the res, all of those folks, people that I'm not related to, but I'm connected to through my community, they're all on Facebook. So for us to have that taken away specifically, I think it really hurts. It really hurts us more as Indigenous people.
网络平台吸引庞大流量，也赚进高额广告利润。因此，加拿大立法目的就是要让逐渐萎缩的媒体业，除了少量的广告收益之外，也能从网络平台获得部分补贴。
Over the last, 5 years in particular, Facebook and Google have used their dominant market position to gradually siphon off advertising dollars across Canada and in the north.
Ad campaign, and we're going to lose money. As with any independent Indigenous news magazine or newspaper, there is a limited market for us to be able to access advertising and money. And this just puts another burden on us.
Meta 和 Google 拒绝和新闻媒体分润，可能担心一旦在加拿大向媒体议价法规让步，其他国家也将跟进，提出相同要求。
No piece of legislation is perfect, but in our view, this is good legislation. Google and Meta both have concerns about it, and what we're saying to them is, let's work through these concerns together during the regulatory process.
预计2024年1月生效的线上新闻法能否有更多谈判空间？网络平台与新闻媒体的利润分配以及依赖关系如何找到平衡，各国都在关注。记者拉瑙、林柏宏编译。至于国际上还有哪些重要的新闻事件，带您一起来全球扫描。
美国众议院议长 McCarthy 9月底与执政党民主党协商，通过紧急支出案，让联邦政府避免关门危机，却因此遭到党内激进派不满。以 Mahu 为首的一群共和党众议员10月3日提出议长罢免案，并获得全数民主党议员投票支持，让 McCarthy 成为100多年来美国众议院第1位遭到议员罢免解职的议长。
The chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
罢免案通过，共和党温和派与激进派之间立场差距更难拉近。经过1个多星期，共和党内对新的议长人选仍然无法取得共识，众议院议事停摆。而9月底的紧急支出案即将在11月中到期，再加上中东冲突爆发，外界担心议长出缺可能会影响美国政府因应各种国内外危机的能力。阿富汗西部 Herat 省10月7日发生规模6.3强震，10月11日又有强烈余震。阿富汗政府表示，至少有2400人不幸丧生，而幸存的民众许多也害怕又有余震发生，或是担心房屋结构受损不安全，仍然住在街道上帐篷中。自从2021年塔利班夺权以来，各国纷纷断绝援助，重创阿富汗经济。而这次连续强震袭击，对于当地居民更是雪上加霜。国粮食计划署表示，单凭自身经费已经无法供应阿富汗所需的粮食，呼吁各国提高援助，避免人道危机。美国汽车工人联合工会10月12日无预警宣布，已经持续将近1个月的罢工行动将扩大至福特在肯塔基州车厂。这是福特最大的一处生产厂，制造的皮卡车与休旅车也是福特获利最高的产品。这座生产厂8700名员工加入罢工，代表工会行动明显升高。汽车工人联合工会9月22日开始针对美国3大车厂展开罢工，诉求除了提高薪水与就业保障外，也要求3大车厂转型生产电动车之际，电池厂劳工也要纳入工会成员。而美国总统拜登日前也亲自拜访罢工现场，表示支持，让工会领袖有信心升高对车厂压力，希望为工会成员取得最好的条件。记者陈忠欢、林柏宏编译。
欢迎回到节目现场。在许多原住民族社会当中，性别从来不是只有男女之分这么简单，甚至有着超越2元性别的存在。他们通常被赋予重责大任，肩负文化传承的使命，而受到族人的尊敬和爱戴。在夏威夷原住民文化当中，就存在所谓的 Mahu， 是同时拥有男性和女性特质的性别。然而，历经外来信仰和殖民影响，这样的传统一度被彻底打压。 而这集节目，Ita团队很荣幸专访到重量级来宾，拥有 Mahu 身份的夏威夷原住民导演 Hinaleimoana。他受邀担任今年台湾国际民族志影展的世界焦点导演，希望透过影像作品带领观众探讨夏威夷以及太平洋岛国的性别议题。一起来听听他的分享。Welcome to Ita See the World. Today we have a special guest from Hawaii. She is Hinaleimoana, the director in focus of 2023 Taiwan International Ethnographic Film Festival. And today she's going to share more story about Hawaii and the other Pacific islands. So aloha, Hina.
Aloha.
Aloha. So can you say hi to our audience first?
Aloha nui mai a kākou e nā hoa kipa, e nā hoa launa, e nāna mai nei I ke wahi polokalamu o ke kiwi po e oiwi o Taiwan nei. Aloha.
Thank you so much. And first of all, we would like to know that you have 3 works for the film festival. Can you briefly introduce the story behind 3 works? The Aikane, and the Rogers, and also the Kapai Mahu.
The 3 films that I presented in this film festival speak to different understandings that come from Hawaii, where I am from. The first film, called Aikane, it speaks to a very close, intimate relationship between men and women. It does not automatically mean that the relationship is a sexual relationship, but very close. And it's meant for trust and helping each other. It is called Aikane. That's the first film. The second film is called The Rogers, and my film crew traveled to the islands south of us. In the South Pacific, the island's called Samoa. And there is a group of what the West would call transgender men, born as female but live as male. And we felt it was a nice thing to do to uplift their story. And the third film, Kapai Mahu, speaks about 4 legendary healers who journey from our ancestral homelands in a place called Kahiki, or known to the world as Tahiti. And these 4 healers were Mahu. They were dual gender, dual spirit, male and female, mind, body, spirit. And so that's the film talking about their amazing ability to heal and help the people.
And talk about the Aikane. Do you set the location or from any Pacific countries, this story?
The story is an imaginary story. It's a fictional story, but the term Aikane belongs to Hawaii. There are some themes found in the story, like what we call the he'e, or the great octopus, and how in Hawaii, the he'e, or the octopus, is the body form of the deity Kanaloa. Kanaloa is the deity of the great sea, the ocean. And Kanaloa in the octopus form is called upon when giving prayer to ask for healing and to ask for the sickness to slip away from somebody who is ill. So we take some understandings from Hawaii, but when you see the spear and the decoration, it's a fictional story.
Wow, that's interesting. And how about the Rogers? Is you're describing the Fafafine, also the Fa'atama. Yes. So can you share a little more about this the group of people?
Samoa, in our islands belonging to our cousins. They are cousin to the Hawaiian people. So Fa'afafine means someone to be like a woman, a boy or a man being like a woman. Fa'atama is a woman being like a man. And it is understood in all of Polynesia, Hawaii, Tonga, Samoa, Tahiti, Tuvalu, Tokelau, Rapa Nui, Aotearoa, many, many islands. We only have one pronoun, he, she, it. Only one word. We say, depending on what island you come from, Oya or Goya. Oya, Goya. Same word.
The same word.
It means he, she, it.
So is there any challenges they are facing right now in Samoa so that you want to make a film to talk about their situation?
My understanding is that, like in Hawaii, many people understand fa'afafine, the men who are like women. But not everybody is as accepting, and not everybody is as embracing of the women who be like men. So we felt that by sharing the story of the Rogers, that it would uplift them and make people more aware.
Talk about the accept and the embrace. It seems that indigenous people or the elder people from the indigenous community are more, like they can accept the people like them rather than the outsider or the foreign people, right?
Yes. Outside people, especially Westerners, Western foreigners, they only focus on the physical element. They do not focus on the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual aspect of a person. And Western foreigners always like to focus on the body and what the body has or does not have. But in a Hawaiian understanding, the value or the worth of somebody is focusing on their role and their responsibility in community.
Yes, I think that's most important things rather than just look the outside thing.
Yes.
Yes. And we want to know more about the Kapai Mahu. Can you share a little bit story behind the fiction or the movie or the documentary that you want to tell us?
The Kapai Mahu film, we started off by presenting 8 minutes of animation, and that is the basic story. But we wanted to tell the story behind the story. And so we came up with the 1-hour documentary to talk about how in traditional times before the coming of foreigners, when Hawaii was still a Hawaiian place and Hawaiian people still speak Hawaiian language, people like Mahu people are accepted and celebrated every day, respected every day. Now, with Western foreign influence, capitalist economy, Christian religion, it changes our people's values and beliefs to make people look at us very badly. And I do not support that. It is disrespectful. So I wanted to make sure that the film talked about that.
Yeah, and can you tell us more about the legend story about 4 Mahu come from Tahiti to Hawaii?
Yes, so these 4 great healers, they journey for hundreds of miles, 1,000, 2,000 miles across the sea. And they land in the Hawaiian Islands. And they know how to heal people, and they know how to treat different illnesses. So, many people come to see them, and many people love them and respect them because they help the people. And so, on a particular night of the moon, the great stones were brought from far away, and no modern technology, and they were brought all the way down to the seashore. If you drive by car, it is about 15 minutes away to drive. But it is far. They are very far away from the ocean. And those large boulders were brought there to pay respect and honor the 4 healers. So that is the basic story. You know, to honor them with stone is the highest honor because stone is important. Stone, before the healers were ready to leave that area, they pray and pray and pray at the stones every day for 1 month. And then they disappear, but they leave their power to the stones. And they gift it to the people. Now there is a fence around the stones, so not everybody goes to touch and interact with the stones like that because many people have disrespected. Foreigners come and disrespect the stones. So to prevent the stones from wearing down, in 1997 they put a fence. Yes.
And we can see there's a lot of effort from Native Hawaiian to preserve these stones, right?
Yes.
And I'd like to know more about Mahu because, as you mentioned, they are the healer. So I want to know that nowadays, how many Mahu still in the Native Hawaiian society right now, or what's their situation right now?
So our people that we call healer is someone called Kanaka La'au Lapa'au, someone who knows how to heal. But a Mahu person is a dual spirit person. And there are many Mahu. I don't know how many there are, but many. You can go anywhere in Hawaii and you can see a Mahu. Mahu can be a male to female or female to male. In the Western world, you have LGBTQIA+, many, many words and letters, and Western thinking puts you in a box. We don't do that. Only one word, Mahu. It speaks to the person. And when you have 2 male and 2 female, any kind, in relationship with each other, you call it Noho Aikane. Aikane means friend, but special intimate friend of same sex. Noho Aikane means to stay with your Aikane.
That's impressive.
Yes.
You don't like limited by the Western,
No.
identification for the female or male.
Western identification is rubbish for me. I don't need this. I am a voice for my people. And I want to say to the native people of Taiwan, be strong. You don't have to accept all the foreigner ways of thinking and seeing the world, only to throw your understanding and belief out the door. You don't have to do that. There is much the outside world can learn from us as native people.
That's important. And I'd like to ask that, does Mahu plays a different role in the Native Hawaiian society, right?
Mahu have many roles. Mahu people very smart and very talented. Mahu people fill in all the places where men and women need help. In traditional Hawaiian society, sometimes only men do certain type of work and only women do certain type of work. But a Mahu can do both. Mahu is for me, Mahu is blessing. And Mahu is extra strong in understanding and knowing. Because a Mahu have to be able to do plenty of many, many things. That is the gift when you are Mahu, but it is great responsibility. If you are Mahu and you sit around and just say to people, oh, you better respect me because I am Mahu. For what? It's not right. We don't respect you just because you are Mahu. We respect you because you are Mahu who use your skill, your talent, and your knowledge and your intelligence to do for others.
And talk about that, some future generation might not be aware of, themselves as Mahu. So I think they might be very confused when they are in their journey, right? If they are Mahu, but they don't know they are Mahu. So there was some confusion in their life. Then how do you help them to, find themselves and do the work that Mahu should capable of doing? Yeah.
The world of the West makes us think that in order to be a feminine woman, you are a certain way. And in order to be masculine man, you are a certain way. But Mahu can be very fluid, like water. Like in Buddhist concept, flow with the water, flow where the spirit and the heart will go. Happy life.
Yeah, happy life.
We have many of my people, Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islander, and even more, because Hawaiian people are a minor minority in our own home. So many people now live in Hawaii. But many youth of all ethnicity struggle because they don't feel acceptance and the people around them don't understand. Because they come from a society that is dark-minded and not too intelligent, So I hope that the work that I am doing with my team, Dr. Dean Hamer and Joe Wilson, I hope that our work will help other people.
As a indigenous or a Native Hawaiian educator, is there any goals or future plans that you want to achieve in the future?
I want to help my people and my islands to reinstate a rightful place for us to live and exist, and not just survive, but I want my people to thrive and to live healthy, live happy. I want my people to have a relationship with our language, our history, our culture. I want my people to be respected in my home, because right now my people are not respected in our home.
And that is because the colonization, and we are forced to become American. Some of my people accept it and they like it. I do not. I rather have Hawaii and Hawaiian people have the level of relationship we had before, to have a reciprocal and friendly relations with another country, the US and any other country. But now we are a people under the United States government. So many of the social and economic problems we have, the current solutions that are provided really is not the best solution unless you think about our political status as a people. And I think you mentioned about your work is to kind of like decolonizing the people of Native Hawaiians. That is your work right now.
Yes.
Yes. And I think that every soul, no matter you're in a female or male's body, yes. I think every soul worth to be respected.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I'm learn from your work and your what you're doing right now. And thank you so much for sharing today. Mahalo.
Thank you. Mahalo.
Thank you.